India's first Masterchef, entrepreneur, TEDx speaker, and an author, Pankaj Bhadouria needs no introduction. She has proved how talent can transcend all barriers and make one achieve the impossible. A very warm welcome to you, Pankaj.
Hi, Smita.
So, Pankaj, tell us about your life before you became Masterchef India.
All right. My life before MasterChef India was pretty much like, a normal middle class family. Me being a teacher, getting up in the morning, sending the kids to school, um, going to school myself, coming back, spending the day with the kids, taking care of the studies, and pretty much, what a regular life is like.
So, how did you manage to strike out a balance between family and this whole new world of glamour?
Fortunately for me, MasterChef just became a stepping stone, to success, I would say. It was just the beginning. It was just a threshold that I crossed to come into a new world, not the glamour world. But yeah, a world that is very, very interesting because, it gave me the liberty to explore my creative abilities as well and take forward what I love doing best, cooking. And as far as striking that perfect balance is concerned, I would say that I was again very fortunate. My kids were at an age where it became easy for me to uh, give them uh, a little less time at times and a little more time at times.
Being available when your kids need you is definitely the most important part of parenting.
Yes.
Yeah. So, did you always dream of becoming a chef?
Uh, when I was growing up, I grew up in Delhi in a typical Punjabi family. Unfortunately, having lost my dad at a very early age, um, if at that time, I'm talking about the 80s. So, a career as a chef for women was not a very, heard of career. And I remember someday having told my mother, Mama, can't I go and work in a hotel, where I would see those people cooking. I remember they used to be, sorry, I, tend to ramble here and there, but I want to come back with everything. So what would happen was there used to be a show on television that we used to see. If Yan can cook, so can you. In which a Chinese chef would do. So I would find that so interesting. And so I remember one day asking her, Mama, can't I do this? Or Mama, can't I become an air hostess? So at that time, वो भी एक dream होता था as a
Yes.
teenager. So so she said कि बेटा सब लोग मुझसे क्या कहेंगे कि ले लड़की को होटल में डाल दिया तूने. How a typical Punjabi family would come back. All the relatives would come back. No, because my mom was not very well educated. So after my dad passed away, she felt the pinch, because she couldn't get a good enough job. So when she impressed that upon me, and because I had seen what happened to her, I realized the importance of education myself. So I did my master's in English literature, and I did my bachelor's in education also. And unfortunately, while I was studying myself, I lost my mother. At that point of time, I realized how important it was, because it was thanks to my education that I could get a very good job in a very good school, which helped me earn my bread and butter. So uh, uh, at one point of time when it was a question of earning my bread and butter, तो वो शेफ वाला करियर दिमाग में नहीं आया. वो फिर सिर्फ एक शौक की तरह से रह गया. It was more of a passion, something I enjoyed doing. And for me, cooking was never just about making a recipe. तो it was always history क्या है इसकी, geography क्या है. तो वो as a chef career उस वक्त कभी नहीं सोचा था. But when I did get the opportunity to do it, I said, yeah, God is there. He does listen to you, He does make dreams come true. So that's it.
And you're doing it so well, my God.
Thank you.
You often share tips and tricks with your audience in your videos, and they are quite unique. Even I use so many of them in my daily cooking.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us about those 5 hacks that are really unique cooking hacks, and that people people aren't much aware of. Some unique hacks that you would want to share.
All right, I just shared one of them a few days ago, how to boil potatoes for easy peeling. After boiling potatoes, it is so tedious and so mundane, trying to peel them. But if you make a small cut across, the periphery of the potato, uske circle karke, on the stomach part of it. And when you boil them, you will notice how easily the peel slips out.
So it's an
Actually,
elongated cut or a round?
no, around the potato. Around the
potato. Okay. That's really nice. Anything else?
Okay. And another one is that if perchance you burnt your rice or your pulao or your biryani, बड़ा दिल दुखता है भाई बिरयानी अगर नीचे से जल जाती है and you have to throw it away. So a very easy thing to do is take an onion, cut it into 4 pieces with the chilka over it. Okay? And then you embed the onion in 4 places inside the biryani, cover it immediately and keep something heavy over it and let it stand for 10 minutes. So what you will notice is that the onion will absorb all the burnt smell of the rice, and the rice is good to eat. You can discard any burnt bits at the bottom, but the remaining rice can be easily consumed without any burnt flavor at all. So if you burnt your curries and if there are any scrapings that have browned and give you an offensive taste, try adding a bit of sugar and a bit of tomato. It will lessen it, right? Yeah, a bit of sugar, a bit of tomato, and then some dairy product as well. Like for example, a little cream or ghar mein jaise malai hoti hai na, a little bit of malai to it. That will not remove it completely, but yes, it will mitigate the burnt flavor.
So Pankaj, do you have a hack for a burnt kheer, because that is the most atrocious thing to happen?
I know, but you must remember that when you burn kheer, you're burning protein. It's the milk that gets burnt away, right? And unfortunately, the smell of a burnt protein cannot be removed anyway.
True. Whatever you do, the kheer has to go to the bin.
Yes. I've tried everything. I've tried adding lychee. I've tried adding, somebody told me कि इसमें थोड़ा सा ना प्याज का रस मिला के देखना. Tried that. I've tried every hack possible, but it doesn't work.
True. No. So another question that our readers have often asked us and they keep sending us is that how to turn regular meal into an exotic fare,
Yes, that's very simple. You need to start looking at your meal not just as a regular meal, but a meal that is to be enjoyed. अब आपके घर में रोज वही दाल चावल बनता है, सब्जी बनती है, right? It's how you plate it, how you present it. दाल पे अगर आपने अच्छे से बोल में निकाल के उस पे अच्छे से धनिया वनिया डाल दी, सब्जी पे आपने थोड़ा सा कसूरी मेथी ऐड कर दिया, put it out in a nice bowl. Now, why does it have to be in the steel ka katora? Right? Get your fine crockery out of the almirah. It is not for the guests, it's for you to enjoy. Right? Have some salads along with it, have some dahi along with it, right? So, it's all about what is it that makes a dhawa wali dal so delicious and so good to look at, right? It's how it comes on your table, right? And the amount of spices that are there. घर में हम usually क्या करते हैं, spice levels कम कर देते हैं खाने में, तो वो वाला taste नहीं आता.
Amazing. So my last question to you is, why did you decide to have a culinary academy and how do you plan to pitch it in future and what are your future plans about the academy?
All right. Now the good part is this year we are going to celebrate 10 years. So we are going to be a decade old, right? And these 10 years have given us a lot of experience in how to, manage this entire academy. And now we are looking at franchising it out to other people in other cities because we want to expand, we want to grow. One thing I always felt is the dearth of female faces in a professional kitchen in hotels.
True.
Right. So probably this used to happen earlier because of the difficult working hours, maybe, But today, if you've noticed, girls are working in almost all fields of careers. Be it in the army, the banking sector, BPOs, where they do night shifts as well. So that is why it has become a little easier for girls to work in hotels, especially with the hotel industry, the hospitality industry, and ensuring their safety as well. So to tell you the truth, Smita, what I want to do is I want to create 100 more women master chefs, and I want to ensure that these faces can be seen all across the country, right? And that is what PBCA aspires to do. That is what my academy aspires to do. And I have more than 60% to 70% girls in my classes. Some of parents come and tell me, Pankaj ji, we feel our girls are going to, be in good hands when we come to you. And I hope one day this, me being there will be able to help girls in, making their dreams also come true. There are so many girls who aspire to be chefs. And why not? They've always been ruling our home kitchens. Why can't they rule the professional kitchens as well? I want to see that happen. That's my dream.
Wow. You have already set an example by proving it yourself. So many people get inspired by you, which of course speaks for the success of the academy. Thank you so much, Pankaj. It was a pleasure connecting with you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Smita. Thank you. Bye-bye.